Hi, my name is Eric Lalos, and I'm the founder of Quantified Mechanics. We're a data analytics and AI firm based in Minneapolis, and we build applications that enable our clients to improve operations and, as a result, their financial performance. Recently, we've been hearing about the dismal track record that companies have been posting when trying to use AI in their operations, and I'd like to share my thoughts based on what I've seen. We see things a little differently than most. The failure rate for AI pilots isn't bad luck or bad technology or even bad models. Many pilots just start out with the wrong approach. They start with the model instead of the problem, or the method they should use to address the problem. They treat the model like a magic brain instead of a worker that needs clear instructions and the right tools and data. And this is because LLMs can look amazing when they're generating content on topics you don't know deeply. It's fine for overviews, summaries, talking points, places where the stakes are very, very low. We've all seen this when we see some person deliver a light and airy speech that uses all the right words, but doesn't really say much of anything. Business operations aren't like that. Operations require specific and timely data that isn't in the model, and they have zero tolerance for hallucinations. On top of that, the solution has to be explainable. Even if it worked like magic, nobody wants to deploy a critical application they don't understand. Symptoms of these bad approaches are answers or inferences all over the place, huge and complicated prompts, and costs racking up fast, while the business doesn't see any real value. Our approach puts the problem at the center, not the LLM. Forget AI for a moment, and if I set your best person in front of the problem you want to solve, what would they do? What do they look at, in what order, and how do they decide? In the applications we build, the model is important, but it's not the main driver of performance. The key is this structure of the solution, which mimics how a good human actually thinks, analyzes, and decides. Our job is to make that method explicit and break it into small, well defined steps so the scope for each step is narrow and controlled. Then the AI can help to perform each task reliably and predictably. This models how humans would do the work, but runs those steps very fast. It also makes it possible to look at more data, handle more complex operations, and reduce human bias and error in the process. A few ways to picture this: a quality engineer deciding whether to release or hold a batch on Friday afternoon, late in the month or the quarter. A planner deciding which orders to prioritize just before their shift ends. A test operator deciding how to fix a test failure they've never seen before. In each case, we capture the method that works and then let AI help execute it at scale. The result's a better decision, made faster, with all of the relevant data and without any human bias. The problem most pilots have is they start with a giant prompt and the wrong data. Then they hope the model can figure it out. Instead, we begin by breaking down the problem and shaping the data for each step in the decision so a human can walk through it. We wrap that data into small tools, things that can find similar past cases, pull the right specs, apply the right rules, or compare options. Then we give the agent a clear script. When you see this, call this tool. When you need that, call that tool, with clear instructions for the human in the loop. Technically, this is RAG plus agents plus tools. Practically, it's just a good method. Clear data, clear tools, clear instructions, and a human involved to make sure it's right. The result is better decisions, made faster, made consistently, improving operations that you can see on your bottom line. AI doesn't fail because the technology is flawed. It fails when it's misapplied. The winners in AI pilots aren't generic co-pilots or one-off pilots. They're domain-specific, workflow integrated solutions in the back office, built and implemented by specialized partners who understand the stakes. You don't need a better model, you need a better method. The hard work is not model tuning or building. It's understanding the decision you care about and engineering the data so that that decision is easy to make. Start with one decision and map how an expert would solve it. Shape the data, build the tools, give the agent a script. Get that working first, then reuse the pattern for the next decision. If your AI pilots are stuck in the 95% that fail, this is how you get out of it. Let me know what you think. And if you'd like to talk about your particular situation, give me a call.